Red. I'm liking this.
Yeah, wrapping around. Vault Breaker does come through. Gets the auto reset here as Ona connects a Q, but I don't think he's winning this fight. There it is. Dread had the auto attack already primed, and he solo kills Ona in his jungle. All right, well, as you can see, Ona hasn't had too much trouble.
Dread's gonna spot him, and Ona's like, no, I don't want anything to do with this. This is not a good time for me.
Zeus looking for some CC here, as does know that the Vi is in the area. Just cleared out that control ward, of course. And Dread will just get a control ward of his own, place it down here in his brush.
He doesn't care.
Yeah, Zeus, you have to be careful. That's a flash forward here from Canna. The Brittle is going to get procced, and this is just another kill. Dread picks up his second of the game. And Zeus, a very rare, huge... As Dread, once again on the hunt for Ona. And BDD is going to be here to back him up as well, as he's got that shove. So this is going to be a red buff that does belong to Dread. Gumushi to come on through here, but he gets his hand shook and going to have to flash to get himself out of the way of this one. Now Zeus is rotating over. It's a nice kickback. Faker's here as well. And Dread just going to get taken down. I don't know. Certainly be still a possibility. However, that we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves. That's not going to be now. That's going to be next week. We move 12-14 as BDD trying to get into position here against Kerio. Just explodes. Doesn't even ult himself. Not going to be able to do so here as Ghost not going to have his spell shield procced, but not going to die as well. So that is just a pick. And the first, and the third kill, sorry, for Nongshim. Snowfire taking a bit of damage here from Faker. BDD off to the side. Handshake not going to land here as there's the assault and battery. Faker just goes a million miles underneath this turret. Emperor's Divide is going to get a flash out of Dread as well as BDD looks to try and get in there. There's an Emperor's Divide back to the Azir, and BDD will pick up the kill. Some revenge, some catharsis for the Nongshim mid laner.
BDD has made a million of those plays this time around though. He is on Silas. Doesn't matter, you already highlighted it during the draft as we are flashing left and right. First Snowflower and then the entire chain of events gets set off.
Of course, Keria not ideally going to be in a position where he ults himself, as there's the Ornhorn. Okay, Keria, oh, I don't know how you managed to get around that, as the rock is going to be placed there with the Mountain Rift, and it's Ornn that picks up the kill on the Zillion. Now Gumushi going to get the same treatment. He just explodes as BDD ults him with his own ultimate. And now Ghost is looking to break down this outer turret in the mid lane. BDD going to teleport back towards that bottom lane as well to stop Faker from making the cross to rack up the advantages.
Overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, Atlas. You can't stay that far forward. At first we get the fun events where Keria saves his ult for the next play, where he also gets muted. And here, Snowflower goes in. Doesn't have the handshake, but it's about the message. And then Faker goes all the way underneath the turret. Really nice flash from Dread there. And then, crucially, T1 feel like they have the edge. Then BDD with some beautiful chains. Turns out he doesn't need to play Azir to hit the big Azir ultimates. And then this is what I'm talking about. You feel so safe here because of the amount of mobility that you have, and you have a Zillion ult as well. But these are the fights that I think Nongshim should be looking for. Loving that they're playing it so proactively at this point in time, because again, if T1 just gets to the later stage of the game, I think the game is going to be much harder for you to play out, although still I think how the T1 composition is expected to play out, because instead now, they're diving.
All right, there's some chains. There's some more chains. BDD coming on over. Dread. That is a preemptive ulti as Dread has assault and battery. So now Faker, without the ult, he's real dead. Dread's going to pick that one up. Denting blows going to allow that one to come through. And now Nongshim with a man advantage on the map. They're looking to take down Shirley. They might be able to deny this one. Great handshake there from Snowflower to make sure that Shirley's not going to be doing anything, and Gumushi not able to offer enough damage back. Doesn't even have Phantom Dancer yet. Does want to get to Infinity Edge before he's really going to be doing much of anything. And Zeus back towards this bottom lane to try and get something here.
I'm loving the play from Nongshim here. One of the things that makes T1 so impressive to play against, that made him so good, is hold that thought.
Yeah, Gumushi Extendo Beam gets the flash out of Canna. The ulti comes through here as well. Can they finish off the dive is the question, and the answer's no, because he just walks his way out. Ona trying to find himself a kick play, but he doesn't quite get there. As there's the Chrono Shift used by Keria finally. Emperor's Divide comes through from BDD, and Faker was trying to get on top of him, but the bomb's not enough damage to take down BDD. And Nongshim, they keep everyone alive. Yes, the inner turret falls down. Theoretically, it's actually danger times.
Okay, he's fine. No problem.
I'm going to be Jet Set radioing as BDD is going to find Zeus. This is not close, even in the slightest little bit at all.
Not even, yeah. Okay.
Let's check out the Okay, here it is. Okay,
Look,
so we're going to go all the way back.
Oh.
We've got about 4 replays to get through here, ladies and gentlemen. You'll have to bear with us.
Yeah, this is amazing. You also see T1 immediately recognizes that Faker is dead. So I do think that they immediately try to make a cross-map play, but that's not really an opportunity for them because 3 people on Nongshim are already protecting as...
This is called hitting every button. And Zeus greets for the turret because he knew he was dead.
Yep, might as well.
Yep.
As there is a Prowler's Claw, which is going to help with getting on top of Ghost. And that's your... well, I guess Snowflower is not a bad target. That's it. Because if you jump on anyone else, you die. You don't do a whole lot. And I feel like we need to get the certification office involved because unless we get one of those...
I think Wolf might be able to actually make the phone call for us. He'll be able to tell you guys how the call went with the certification office once we get to the desk.
If you don't get that, I think there's a lot of options. You can, unless you find a massive outplay. Like I'm talking.
Well, speaking of massive outplays, BDD's going to come on through here and lock down Zeus. He prowls. But Ghost is not going to die. Hostile takeover comes through. Faker's going to have to go golden in order to avoid it. Emperor's Divide, the flash. Faker trying to keep himself alive, but BDD, he closes the gap. He gets thrown back towards Gumayushi as Kanna's now inside the fight as well. And BDD, this time around, has a team around him, and so isn't going to be able to be singled out and killed. He's not supposed to be strong enough to be blind picked like he has been on this patch. Okay, well. Brambleback is floating.
Yeah.
Ghost, you're going to get proud, my friend. Be careful, as Zeus just going to flash on. That's a very dead Sivir. Okay.
Yeah, that's what the Prowler's Claw does.
Yes, it does.
Glad we got to show it to you guys.
It reminds me of saltwater crocodiles from the Northern Territory. You know, they move very, very quickly over short distances. As BDD has the Dominus,
Look at him
and
go.
T1 are just booking it to the Baron.
Why not? Might as well. This is very risky, regardless, because even though you have multiple people alive, BDD and Dread.
Yeah, Dread is certainly one of those people that is alive. Snowflower as well can do a lot of work with this hostile takeover. Here's the Ornhorn. BDD getting into the back of the pit. Great double knock up there from Kanna. Zeus gonna go down first. Kanna locks up that kill. Chrono Shift has been used onto Owner here as Dread gets into the pit. They want to take down the Lee Sin. It's a double kill here for Kanna, who's just a bodyguard for this Baron. And Nongshim beat T1, a serving of their own medicine here in the Baron pit. BDD gets the chain, but it's a great Emperor's Divide here from Faker, but the chain lash is even better. It's another kill for BDD. He locks down the double. Give him the triple, Nongshim. They absolutely will. And I think we might be going to game 3.
Unbelievable! Oh, Nongshim!
We're struggling to process this right now.
Are these score lines flipped? Have I been missing something? This Summer Atlas says it starts off well, and I really like this pick. I think there is no problem there. But then to go for Baron into, again, Fat Silas, Renata, and On.
Oh,
that's very confident, Atlas.
And Zeus thought that he was going to be able to get the stun. And Canis, like, moved just the right way.
Even if you do, like, you're tanking a Baron. We're not that late into the game. And
it was played so well here by Nongshim.
Yeah. They really...
This is the BDD that we saw at Worlds, right? This is the guy that we've been looking for all year.
But and the coolest thing to me is, like, the beginning of this game was about Dread.
Absolutely. Yeah. This Brambleback likely to go down. Gumayushi still waiting for that certification as Faker wants to get over this wall. Emperor's Divide is going to throw him back again as Sand Soldiers are all over this map. That was a very weird sign that they created there. I think it was a square root that was drawn by the Sand Soldiers.
Main World Semis. Dread.
Yeah. I mean, I still stand by the fact that BDD was MVP mid laner of Worlds last year.
I like it.
All right, we're going for the fight. They're looking for Carrier, and they will be able to get his Chrono Shift. Immediately, BDD turns into a bigger crocodile than the actual crocodile that is now trying to kill Kanna. You cannot kill Kanna. He's the one guy that you cannot kill. And Dread is going to get his flash, as now Zeus is on the wrong side of the map. 2 seconds before this Baron is available, and they do not have their Chrono Shift. Let's see whether Dread's going to be able to win this 1v1.
Yeah.
Denting Blows is going to be in there. And
Zeus is real strong.
He is. And he's got a bunch of damage. Now the turrets are going to be there, so Zeus does get himself out. that that was a legit 1v1 between Dread and himself.
I think they've done it.
Yeah, well, BDD is looking to solidify it even further. As he's got an Emperor's Divide available, he's going to throw it back there onto Owner. More chains, he's just 1v2ing. Make that 3. Baron is going to be secured here. BDD goes golden. 8-0 and 4. What happened? I'm actually just so bothered.
It's finally Nongshim playing to the peak of what this roster should have been able to do for the entire year. And we're getting it on day 7 of week 8 of summer.
Yeah.
And what a timeline it could have been, because I think T1, as mentioned previously, has definitely taken a few liberties this game. Liberties that I don't expect they will take again in the seemingly inevitable 3rd game. But to just chalk it up to that would do service to how incredibly well Nongshim punish the tendencies of T1. I'm talking about the multiple topside collapses. I'm talking about T1's tendencies to be too far up in lanes. And Nongshim just throw the gauntlet and punch them in the face with it.
Well, now Canna's just headbutting rocks and things like this, as well as the Ornhorn is going to come through. There's a knock-up, but it's only onto Owner as BDD looking to try and escape from this one. He should be able to do so. He's actually throwing chains back, which is pretty dangerous. As Gumayushi, he is very scary. Will get stunned. There's now Ghost, still at full health, wants to get these autos through. The ricochets are so dangerous. Ghost gets thrown back, but the bailout comes through. He flashes and gets on top, but that's Chrono Shift, as Gumayushi's gonna have to flash to get himself out of the way. Carrier as well is just running for the hills, and Goom is gonna be taken down. Ghost taking matters into his own hands, and Nongshim will even out the series here with T1, and I don't care if they just go on to lose game 3. I am still so happy that we get to see Nongshim performing.
갖고 싶은데?
가자.
뼈를 한번 켜줄게.
가자.
나 한번 뭉칠게. 나
레넥. 레넥 봐.
질리언 땡겼어. 천천히 볼게. 앞에 강란. 제리궁. 천천히 봐. W 나 딜 안 돼. 때릴게. 봐줘. 나 딜 안 돼. W 1초. W 줬어.
가인 있어.
W 줬어.
우리 가인 있어 위에.
봐줄게.
가인 제리.
튕기는 부메랑.
나이스.
잡을 수 있냐? 잡으면 안 끝내고. 아 까비.